They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, another run from Dillon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They go play action with Lawrence. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. On the move past the 40. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Lawrence. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Titans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 29. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Great run there, but looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
One.
Cousins to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 6 yards away. And the Titans have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I'm ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ready.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Handoff, Strong running left. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Give up the middle to Strong. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Pierre Strong hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are once again back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Dillon up the middle. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give for Dillon running right. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Cousins. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tapped on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think a defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Touchdown! Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. McCann now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, Lawrence got his man on the comebacker. That's Hopkins with it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Lawrence will throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he could.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's a screen play. This is Strong. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jelani Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 10. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins now. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Cousins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Field.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Lawrence on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A give running right is Strong here. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Give to Strong running right. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a give to Strong. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That pass complete to Moore.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Strong. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Strong. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Christian Watson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
17. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, Skelton.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence finds Strong on the check down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They run again with Dillon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. To throw is Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And they take a knee.